Hello to our favorite audience. You're welcome back. This is the End Time Prophetic News, and this is the Ordained Radio TV Gospel Ministry. We're bringing the End Time News, the undiluted word of God, dynamic praise, gospel music, trending health fact, and gist. And I hope you enjoyed the wonderful news section casted by my co-host, Pastor Alfred Jimo.
Thank you very much.
Those news are all pointing to a particular fact, and we are going to get there in a bit. So please stay with us as we go on this news analyze the news casted earlier. Those news are in line with prophecy that they have been foretold for years ago, and now we are seeing them being fulfilled, and it needs to be discussed. So the news earlier, all the news points to the fact that we're already at the end of the world.
That's right.
You said there will be signs, and for the fact that these news have been casted many years before.
That's right.
All of the news, the three headlines are just the first one now, Elon Musk's recent innovation. Something that it looks like a miracle to the world, but at the end of it, when it gets into the hand of the Antichrist.
Good day to you there, all our listeners and followers on this program. As we are told by the anchor, this is the analysis of the news. But as she has said, we have seen that the three news items that we brought today are pointing towards the same direction. And what is the direction? The direction that we are at the end of the age, going by the prophecies, ancient prophecies and contemporary prophecies that are fulfilling. The ancient, we brought about two ancient prophecies, in that one that was given by Daniel, gave a prophecy that knowledge and increase. Then that has to do with what the Elon Musk and the RFID technology. Then the last one, which is the Waymo and Elon Musk also Tesla.
Yes.
Self-driving cars has to do with contemporary prophecy. Contemporary means that prophecies that were given in recent times, not in Bible times. So all of these put together, they are pointing towards the coming of God. Now let's try to do a little analysis on the RFID and the new innovation of Elon Musk. Now the RFID is a device they use to track animal, human beings, anything. And that device uses a wireless radio frequency to track. There's nowhere that wave cannot reach. So if they deploy that one, they used to the headers in Argentina, in other Scandinavian countries, they use it a lot to track their animals. So when they put it on those animals, even those who shot Nigel Wild, this thing, they use it to track. So when they put that label on an animal, then and set up the device, there is no way it goes, they will get it. Now that is one. Then Elon Musk has created another one, and that one is the latest. What is that? It is a coin-sized microchip, computer microchip, that they will bore the head of a man and go into his brain and implant it there. Now you said those who need it now, they are the ones that will ask for it. But when they fall into the hands of the Antichrist, it's not even going to be about those who need it. It is Antichrist is going to ensure that it is used for everybody. But the beauty of it now that is making it a selling point, to many people who are paralyzed. Some people are paralyzed by accident, by one thing or the other.
Yes.
They cannot lift hand, they cannot lift their legs. Yeah. If this microchip is put in their brain, they successfully put it there, like you said in the news. Nolan, 22-year-old person from New York, they operated him and put it. The gentleman has been paralyzed for a long time. But the moment they put this chip on his brain, he was able to operate his computer without lifting a hand. All he just needed to do was to look at the mouse, like this mouse, was to look at it and look at where he wants the mouse. And as his thought is saying this mouse should go to that point and click it, you will see the cursor go there and click it. It's like you said, it's a miracle. So all of these are the things that they put into the hands of the Antichrist will make the Antichrist rulership of the world and control and monitoring of human activities will be very, very easy.
Very easy. Very, very easy. Okay, let's go to the cashless society.
Yeah, cashless society. Well, in those 90s, late 80s, early 90s, when we were reading in the news that the society is moving towards cashless, we began to wonder, how is it going to be cashless society, but today we can now see that gradually the society is going cashless. And what is the reason for cashless? So that buying and selling can be controlled. And remember, John the Beloved in the island of Patmos, before he left, before God took him, Jesus appeared to him and gave him the book of Revelation to write. And in chapter 13 of that book, verse 17, the Lord revealed to him that in the days of the Antichrist, nobody will be able to buy or sell except those who have his mark. We began to wonder then, how is it going to be possible? But with cashless society, when everybody is compelled to put their money in the bank account, so everybody now has a bank account, either the virtual or the physical bank account. Everybody has it, even pepper sellers, even aboki that are selling vegetables. Everywhere you ask them now, they say pay money points. And the next thing is that you are not carrying your cash to them to go and buy anything. You transfer either with your app or with a code. Now, what the news is trying to bring up today is that this is taking us closer to the time when nobody will be able to buy or sell without the mark of the beast. How is it going to happen? If, for instance, the central bank gave a directive that all PIN numbers has been cancelled. If you want to have access to your account, go and see go to your bank and reset your PIN number. And in getting there, they say, okay, reset it, but you are going to attach this code to it. If that code is linked with the mark of the Antichrist, with that code, they can buy you. That if you don't have that code, you cannot have access to your bank account. And if you don't have access to your money in the bank, how then can you buy or sell? So that is the point. That is where we're trying to, focus our attention on, that the cashless society that is being branded to us in the world, in the society today, is a means. Is taking us closer to the final fulfillment of that Revelation chapter 13, verse 17, that nobody will be able to buy in the day or sell in the day of the mark of the Antichrist, except those who have the mark of the beast.
You remember, I think I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago, where there was central bank just put a law out there and people were not able to withdraw their money.
That was 2003.
2003.
When election was coming.
Yes,
and
we were.
Was,
yes, the central bank was. The old banks were in the chaos.
Some people were going mad.
Yes, tearing their clothes at the bank. Everybody had millions in their accounts, but they couldn't access it. Imagine limiting 50 million to collect 50,000.
No, I remember that one of our senators, who is here now, is a well-known senator. Very, very vocal and loquacious. That is Senator, let me not mention his name on the air. Was in the bank and they told him that he cannot withdraw more than 5,000 naira. He was like mad. What are you telling me?
5,000.
What am I going to do with 5,000 naira?
Honestly.
So that was a senator. One time a governor of a state in this country. So that the Antichrist really has not come. It got to that level. It
felt like an experiment. Like, okay, let us try it out. Let's see.
That's why the news item said it was a test run.
Yes.
It was testing. So,
okay.
Viewers out there, see caution, take caution. Run to Christ now when the time is still available, so that before those harsh part of the Antichrist will begin to come openly, you will have gone with the Lord in the translation.
Yes. And the self-driving cars. Now, is it that I will now put my whole life in the hands of an electronic car, and I will just allow the car to just drive me and stop, apply the brake? And what if the brake fails? I mean,
well, the Waymo started it, and Tesla. Tesla is the big company of Elon Musk. Is the one that started. Did that of Tesla. Waymo has its own, Tesla has its own. They are producing it, even though they are being mass produced now. In fact, the car has reached Nigeria.
Wow.
They have test run it in Lagos, which I saw the video. It drove itself, but it still has its own limitations. But then the fact is that these self-driving cars, it will not have a driver. All you will need to do is to sit at the car. Sit at the back, then and talk to it, or press some buttons.
The location, GPS, and all.
Now, if you look at the Google map, that you use to trace the road. If you don't know anywhere, maybe you are going from here to Lagos, you are going to number what's it called? Victoria Island, the Street. You can just program it on your distance.
Yes.
Google Map will take you down there.
Yes.
So I think that is what is developed. They upgraded it and it's linked with that car. So you just program it and the car will just continue to run like that.
Wow.
You'll be surprised when it gets to go slow, it will slow down.
Wow.
When it leaves there, it will begin to speed. So all of these are telling us that the prophecy of Daniel, the prophecy of Amos, all of these are coming to fulfillment. And when we see prophecy fulfilling, what it should tell us is that the time is close, whereby the end will come.
Thank you very much. I believe that our viewers out there are with us and they are also taking notes. All these news that we bring are not just for you to be educated or entertained. Or entertained. It's for you to also be watchful and for you to also prepare yourself. Not like we just hear all these things and we are impressed by the newest invention and all. It is for us to actually watch and know that this thing that is happening, this is this time that is happening, and this is a so time we should be expecting the coming of rain. It said that it won't tell us the day or the hour, but the season we would know.
Yeah, that's
right. And so we are in the season.
Yeah.
So we need to actually prepare now.
Yeah, thank you very much. That is why End Time Prophetic News, specializes on this.
Yes.
If our viewers will notice that our news are usually on this direction, that the cyberspace is so filled of different kind of activities. They are churning out news per second. But it is not every news that we feel we should bring to you. The news that we bring to you are not the common news on the traditional news space.
Yes.
That we have to see for those ones that will pick your mind and raise your consciousness to the fact that we are at the end of the age and that the second coming of the Lord is near by the prophecy that are being fulfilled that we are hearing on the news space.
Yes. Thank you very much. And at this point, we'll be drawing the curtain. And as we have said, let us all be watchful and let us be vigilant and let us also prepare for the coming of the Lord. We say thank you for joining us on this wonderful section, and thank you, sir, also for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And so we say do have a wonderful time. To meet again next time. Bye.